Yeah, so once I go to Neon and we deal with all this here, the next natural jumping off point, as far as I'm concerned, is to go out to Porima or Parima, whatever you want to call it, the Red Mile, that area. And there's a moon or two out there that are perfect for ship hunting. And I won't do that probably on the stream, and I may not get to it today. But one of the reasons I leveled up piloting to 4 out of 4 was so that I could go out there and grab a Class C ship. Because they will be there. The system's the right level. They won't be the third variant. So it won't be like a Crimson Fleet White 3, but it'll be a Crimson Fleet White, or the Spacer equivalent, or something like that, or one of the Varun ones. And so I'll add a high-end Class C ship to the garage pretty soon, and then we'll move on from the Frontier, and I probably won't need to use it much. And it'll be useful later in the battles with the Starborn and things like that. An elevator kingdom out of nowhere.
If you don't.
Okay, we've made it to Neon. The weather's terrible, as it always is. That's nice sometimes.
See that huge shield?
I'm much taller than you, Walter. I'm standing on a box.
Provides a substantial amount.
I just want you to know that even with all your money, I'm still taller than you.
Industrial chemicals of every kind. But they still can't get rid of the odor of castle gas. A native species of fish. I often wonder what would have happened if they'd never found out about the psychotropic effects. I mean, on paper, a rich protein source is far more practical value than a recreational drug. But theory loses out once again to practice.
Yes, they are.
We need to stop by the Stroud-Eklund offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
Okay, cool. Cool, man.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you again. How's it going? I just have to remember not to get a bounty on me, because I think that's, like Ben said earlier, like I think at that point in time, someone said it earlier, that's when they'll start shooting you. She'll start shooting you for no reason.
Part of the power system.
Hey, Nisha, I'll catch up with you sometime.
Of Neon's energy.
I'm not going to apply for a job. That's what we want, right? We do have Barrett. Nice. Let's do this real quickly. I'm just going to run to the doors.
Not really my cup of tea, as it were.
So I can fast travel back later.
Clover over at Kelp Corp. She's too good for Neon. Seems like she's trying to help someone or something. Honestly,
You can't walk through here without picking up 6 quests.
It's big, all right. Not sure what else.
I need a
Astral
snack.
Lounge spared no expense with their marketing.
Do I have chocolate? That's all I really care. No. Maybe? I have bacon. Fine. Let's just have bacon. A teenager diet or something like that. Chocolate, bacon, soda.
Yard of the future. This is where quality ships are made.
Why did they deny your
don't just
mods?
say that
I mean, I knew they would have
because
some kind of
business.
checklist or something like that,
That's
but
true.
Mr. Stroud, we didn't know you were coming in.
It's all right. I just need to have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
that's good on the Ben on the Claymore 3. I love that ship. I really do. There's so many of them out there. Like, you just have a problem with one, throw it away, get another one.
You know, Mr. Stroud, you are so lucky.
You look kind of sad, Oscar. And then he smiles. Okay, he's not sad. Never mind.
Walter,
Isa.
Okay, I gotta pay attention to this.
shall we continue from last time? The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing into it is a mistake.
No, I'm here about... Wait a minute, a mistake. Our ship designers are the best in the settled systems.
They design personal craft and military ships, Walter. Large-scale accommodations and hospitality is a completely different beast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am arguing with my partner, and you're just standing right here. Eklund, the hyphenated Eklund in our glorious company's branding. Oh, aren't you lovely?
I'm polite in
Walter,
good company.
Wherever did you meet your new friend? I'm jealous.
A colleague from Constellation.
Ah, yes, the daring explorers. My partner is so infatuated with. You should hear him reciting that speech.
There's no need to go into that.
Oh, my heart skips a beat when he does it. Really, it does. Such passion. If he talked to the board that way,
I will say,
would like to
nobody,
dedicate
even
this
if they got rejected this time, you're 99% farther than everybody else out there. And most people never even, most people get a vision or an idea for something and they don't even, take the first couple of steps to try to put it together. So truly impressive that, you've at least put the first batch out there and, hopefully they'll get through in the future.
I
That's
know.
embarrassing.
It's my favorite hobby.
Flyable ship, cool.
Now, why are you here, my dear? The board meeting isn't for a while, and our vacations aren't coming up either.
It's the discretionary fund, Issa. I need all of it.
Oh, this wouldn't have anything to do with that meeting you've set up at the Astral Lounge, would it?
I never said that. Did you have an agent hack into my files again?
Only after you had
Okay,
one
this
hacked
is
into mine.
kind of bugging
Tell
me.
me, can
Gotta let go of the
distrust
mouse.
lead to a point where it's actually
Let the camera go
same
back
as
and forth on
mutual
its own.
trust?
I'm not
A
going to do that.
remarkably insecure location for a clandestine meeting.
That was the point. Neutral territory in the open.
With no leverage. Oh, you must let me help. It's been too long.
I have this all taken care of.
Some investigation into
There
the
you go,
cellar
Ben.
was
That's the
motivated.
same theory I have.
Then, some preliminary casing of the Astral Lounge for security flaws.
I think she's the one
Give you the
who
advantage if things go wrong.
left somebody
Right,
on a ship in
bouncers,
space somewhere
altered
too.
the
I don't know
codes
how
on the
that's
doors.
connected, but I'm going with that for now.
Exactly.
That's the easy one to say. Okay,
I
I'll go
hate
do it.
being
I'm not even
selfish,
paying attention.
but I
I'm going to
would
get
like
lost
some
here
time
because
with my husband. We need to go through the fund authorizations anyway.
we need to go through the
Still, as
fund
broker who knows our
authorizations. Is
stuff,
that what the kids are calling
they'll
it
be
these
able to help
days?
you find out more about
Good for you.
it. And it shouldn't be hard to find the Astral Lounge. Here, let me at least give you some operation funds since I won't be joining you. Meet me
Thanks.
back here. Yeah, I'm going to be present for the negotiation. I'm not leaving you to the Neon Sharks, I promise.
All right, have fun, kids. Come along, Smarty. We're going to go do whatever's next. Anytime now. Anytime now. Yeah, inside the elevator. Inside the elevator. Inside the elevator. Whatever. I know he'll come with me. I'm not worried about it. Okay, what are we actually doing here? We need to go ask about security and investigate the cellar. I don't really remember this one. Ask about security. What is that about?
I know your type.
That's interesting. No, we're gonna go inside here first.
Scram, I'm on duty.
I don't know what that guy was talking about. He's an interesting character. I'm not gonna recruit him right now, but
Yes?
he's a real weirdo.
Hey.
But he's a companion. You can bring him on your crew. What's up, Boone?
Now, you're new here, aren't you? Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of Aurora for sale.
I don't know.
No.
One of them.
Drugs are for street gangs and junkies.
I'm not
Aurora is
judging
on
you,
an
buddy. I
entirely
just
different level. I like to call it an
Just here for a different
crafted,
purpose.
transcendent experience. Only problem is that won't fit on the package. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure? The Astral Lounge is one of the safest places in all of Neon. Security is hand-picked from the finest officers in the city. I'm afraid that would be a serious fire hazard. And I think it's only fair to warn you that the network security on our doors is state-of-the-art. Then I would say you'd be interested in the Astral Lounge VIP package. For a reasonable fee, our security can be your security. We do strive for setting the most reasonable rate.
Should have had a drink first, huh?
Huh. You work for Stroud-Eklund? Perhaps something could be arranged. Glad you understand the position I'm in here. I'm trying to be reasonable here. Well, I think we could certainly offer a discounted rate for you, if you were still interested. Excellent.
Go for it,
Let
buddy.
me just apply that discount we discussed, and done. We do hope your meeting goes to your satisfaction. Come back soon.
Howdy.
It is around this way, isn't it? Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving, thanks. Hmm. No, this is the first time I've been in Neon. I mean, not me personally, but this character.
You know what you're doing with these systems.
Okay. I think we know what we're doing. So, can I reach the rest of... I can't reach the rest of the Neon from here, can I? It's the shortest way out of here. Wow, it's crowded. This is kind of ridiculous. Come on, people. That sounds cool. I'll definitely get to that. Yeah, nobody. This is probably my first playthrough as a Let's Play live stream. I have a couple of other characters that are New Game Plus iteration Starborn.
If you're looking for supplies, this is the place. Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any...
I would encourage you to check out the channel and look at all the videos that I've posted over the months and see what's out there. You may have some good ideas and tips to add. I generally encourage that for everybody. I think it's honestly one of the best things about the videos is I'm not the expert on these things, and it kind of brings together a bunch of people who are sharing from things they see all over the place with anybody and everybody that's here, which is kind of the point, I think, right? That's what this is about, right? Shared interest, sharing what we know, building off of that. Okay, I don't want this.
Rosa Newell is my wife. Oh, I don't have a problem. That man has absolutely... He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group buys. Worst of all, he pays off Neon. Yeah, sure. If all...
This is just the introductory dialogue with him.
Security. Anyway, sorry. I know I can get a little intense about these things. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. So I'll do that. Let's just tell him that I'll do that someday in the future.
Fair enough. Just be careful when you're dealing.
Okay, now let's get back to business here.
Maybe I didn't.
Yes, you did. We know you did.
Information isn't usually free. I connect a lot of people with a lot of... I guess maybe I can add this to his tab. Yeah, I hope so.
Awesome. Thanks, nobody. The Let's Play and the VODs are really kind of new for me. I just started that in the last couple of weeks. So almost everything up until then were individual guides or specific, let's say, playlists. Like I started off with an entire playlist of what to do in your first, well, probably your second New Game Plus iteration, right? Like how to go as quickly as possible through New Game Plus, and quite honestly got a little distracted in that too. So yeah, and tips like that. Ben just called out, like, you know, ship hunting and, you know, anything I can find that makes the game easier or more fun. I don't really do exploits, and for a long time, until I had an Xbox, I was really cautious about talking about, and this is like pre-creations, right? I didn't get into the mods on the PC side, even though I play on the PC primarily. I really kind of wanted to kind of walk down the middle and only cover topics and tips and areas that everybody could do. And so now that I've got an Xbox, I've started to explore that a little more. I don't have my streaming or my my capture set up right where I want it to be right now. I don't have cameras and all the other stuff set up, but I'm pretty close to that. Now let's just see if I can win this.
I may be starting to like you.
So anything Starfield, largely at this point.
I don't know.
You know, that's my focus.
I did have one of my freelancers tail the seller back to his place. Sleepcrate 1. Let me write down the unit for you.
Heinlein 4B.
Now, James.
That sounds great. That sounds absolutely great. The live chat ends up in the full VOD that YouTube keeps up, which is 3 hours long, and I don't know that everybody, you know, how many people watch that end to end anyway. So if for anybody who's not watching that and who's seeing the individual videos that I've cut up later, nobody 8472 is talking about a cool place to test the buggy when it comes out, which is, we hope, pretty soon. Should be pretty exciting. Heinlein 4B. It sounds perfect. I wonder if it's the place that was in the May update, right? So you saw the video, the May update. There was a very brief little clip with the creation engine and the buggy rolling across dunes. So I'm sure there are other planets like that. But we have, the photo that came out in on 4chan, which looked pretty legit a couple of weeks ago. along with some speculation from a Reddit user, and then we got the video back in May, and then I think on the Mr. Matty Play interview, June 16th, Todd Howard was in there talking about how he was playing the buggy and it was awesome and things like that. So I'm pretty excited about it. It ought to be pretty good. I guess the question is really, is it going to come out with Shattered Space, or will they drop it to us earlier and then Shattered Space will come out later? I'm hoping they give it to us earlier and we can play with the buggy for a while, and maybe they've thrown in a couple more patches. We are, what are we? So June 9th was the last update, and they were doing 6 to 8 weeks, but they said they were probably backing off of that, and you know, who knows what we're going to get at this point in time. But the good news is, I think across the board, August and September for Starfield look really great. I'm very excited overall for Starfield in August and September. I think we're going to see some good stuff, unless at the end of the month they come out and say that, you know, Starfield will be delayed. But I can't imagine they're going to do that at Gamescom. Like they wouldn't be on the agenda talking about Shattered Space to tell people bad news. They're there to give good news. That's what I think. So search the seller's sleep crate. Okay. Which side is it on? I've not been anywhere in Neon on this character, which is fascinating. So I can't fast travel anywhere. So his sleep crate is going to be over on this side. There's the flipping door. What's delayed, Anna? You gonna give me sad news? You can tell us. Don't hold back. Nobody here cares. Yeah, I think there's a really interesting discussion out there as to whether the buggy is going to be accessible to modders at all, or how accessible. Like, the rumors are interesting, right? But they're rumors, right?
Like butter.
Okay. Please be advised that your currency pay cycle. Okay, so the guy that we're having a meeting with, not having a good week. Musgrove. Okay, so he's on the inside. He's going to get canned. Things aren't going well for him. So he is trying to cash out. Wait, literally. Okay, Anna. Glad it was a joke. You know, it's just so so much speculation. I try to stick with what is official from Bethesda, but I also keep in mind that it is a reasonable and common strategy for corporations to use lots of side channels to get information out too, even before they want to make an official announcement on something. So some of this stuff you hear and you think, maybe that sounds all right, but you know, we don't have to put any money on it. It's just kind of interesting, entertaining speculation at this point in time, and the results should be good things for us to play. Okay, I don't have any optional things that I need to do, do I? Nope, just talk to Walter. I get terribly distracted by these conversations, and that's okay.
Look out there.
That's half the point as far as I'm concerned.
Excellent. Good work. Let's head to the Astral Lounge. Goodbye, my dear. See you at the next board meeting?
Oh, I'll be keeping an eye on this little operation, just in case.
She's going to spy on us and help. Thanks, Issa. You're the best. It has been so long since I've done this one. Because I don't really go back in New Game Plus that often and do the main quest line. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, dude. Walter disappears and Barrett just stands out in the hallway. People have no idea how elevators work for the rest of us.
I heard there's shortages over at Reliant Medical. Not great. Doc Manning better get his act together before the place shuts down.
All right, we're here. Now, I don't know what the cellar looks like, but they'll have a security briefcase with them, larger than normal.
Yeah, nobody.
To hold.
Like, they have to build a foundation, right? They have to build a foundation and an extendable architecture. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and I'm kind of encouraged, right? They've done this on multiple titles, and they've gotten better. Everybody around them's gotten better, and so it's not perfect. It's software, right? Software is kind of, software has its own challenges, and, you can do a good job. That's cute.
I was really hoping for a message written in invisible ink. This will have to suffice.
Remember, Ramsey and Travers. We'll meet back near the elevator.
Okay. That looked like the Emma Wilcox model. I'm pretty sure Mr. Suitcase is just standing up here.
You good?
It's kind of a ridiculous suitcase, buddy. Musgrove. I think I saw your name on a slate.
What is it? Can't you
Thank
see
you,
I'm
Anna.
busy drinking?
I had a vague memory. I'm with Samwise and Gabbers. Nice pin you got there. No, we'll just go with the straight one here.
Oh, really? I heard you all have a meeting in a few minutes, don't you? In one of those fancy VIP lounges? Speaking of which, I gotta get going myself. Excuse me.
All right. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Nobody mind the guy with the boost pack running around inside here.
Just saw Arcella walk by.
Good job. You're so calm. And I'm dehydrated.
Now,
I'm
before
in a
we get
bar and
into
I'm
that,
dehydrated.
let me go
I'm
over the
obviously
ground
doing this
rules.
wrong.
He'll ask for twice what we agreed on. That's normal. He'll probably try to walk out. That's normal, too. Don't worry about the amount we actually settle on. The Stroud-Eklund discretionary fund is just a chip to you and me. Our goal is to get him to accept that chip in exchange for the artifact. Anything goes as long as it's in our hands, and we're not dead. How does that sound? This'll be fun.
I'm glad I know the parameters of the deal, Walter. Thank you very
Be
much.
invigorating.
Mickey Caviar. Yeah, he's a spooky dude.
Don't you have something better to do?
So you're Stroud. You look different in person.
Our public relations always insists on doing some touch-ups for the official photos. Embarrassing, really.
Your security here going to stand or sit for this little meeting, making me nervous. So polite. Almost makes me forget what planet I'm on.
Am I to assume that briefcase has our item of interest?
Yeah, here it is.
Well, look at that.
One of a kind. And I know you want it.
I have the amount we agreed on.
Things have changed. I want double.
Now, how am I supposed to do that?
I don't know, but your security here seems to have some fancy gear. Why don't they chip in? What the? Security!
As you can see, we're in control. Take advantage of our generosity. Take the money.
All right. Okay. It's all yours. Hope I never see any of you people ever again.
We have it. This couldn't have gone better.
Hey, stranger.
Well done.
Let's chat sometime.
High pressure
okay?
tactics, but we got what we were after. Time to go home. Shall we?
Excusez-moi. I just wanted to say thanks for the daring rescue back there. I had plans for Matsura, of course, but I appreciate the backup. It's good to be part of a team, isn't it? To be part of something so much bigger than any one of us. So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can trust is important. That's why I've been in Constellation so long. Just wait till we get matching shirts and start having official cookie days. They're one of humanity's greatest achievements. Modern medicine, space travel, and cookies. Constellation is quite pro-cookie. Because, you see, we value human accomplishment. Speaking of which, I'm glad you joined Constellation. Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before. You know, being a member of Constellation, it's hard to imagine I would have never, and I never. Right. No worries.
Stop right there. You're in possession of Slayton Aerospace property.
Ah. Slayton must have been the original owner. We don't need to do this. All's fair on Neon. Am I right?
Hand over Mr. Slayton's property. Now.
There a problem here?
Yes. This armed thug was trying to steal our belongings.
I'm going to need you to back away from our VIPs. Now.
Fine, but you can't stay in the Astral Lounge forever, Stroud. Nicholas Slayton's already got your number.
Sending our men to the Astral Lounge. Slayton must be serious about getting the artifact back. We'd better get off the planet quickly. Ace. Something's gone wrong, hasn't it?
Slayton has put a bounty on your heads. He's greased a few palms. Your ship's been impounded at the spaceport.
There goes our way out. Yes, I'm fully aware this has not gone according to plan.
Slayton Aerospace has offices here in the trade tower. If Nicholas is moving this quickly, he must be there or close by.
Let's head to their lobby, shall we? See if we can make an appointment.